Alrighty, everybody. This is going to be a relatively short video, I hope. Just basically to go over some things that we've seen over in the Garage Monkey Discord, addressing things like the non-negotiable bug right now, and the difference between the scrapper and the crusher, and what they both entail. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with the fact that right now there is a bug called the non-negotiable bug. What it means is when you go to click, I'll go over here behind the desk. When you go to click to add a car to the advertisement up here, you can edit. I'll go ahead and do this one for this one here. You can still set your price because you got the price market value and stuff like that with your slider. And normally for my more expensive cars, I'll put it into the yellow. Some people prefer going into the red. Some people prefer green. Some people decided to use the blue. It all depends on how much money you want to make. This one right here is now, they've added to allow people to just go ahead and not waste your time and not bargain for the car. They will give you your asking price. However, with the last update, there was a bug that makes all of these non-negotiables for anything beyond blue obsolete. People will not buy your car if you price it below blue. Green, yellow, red, doesn't matter. So you won't sell them. What I ended up doing is I've got a bunch of expensive cars, but I've got things like the Cargo Wise that I've actually set for market value just to get rid of them. This is a challenge that I've been doing right now. High-end cars get sold in the yellow. All my other ones below 100,000 generally get priced for market value just to move them. I sold 20 cars in one day last hour when I was going through there and moving all my cars up front from the underground garage. If you mark them non-negotiable, they'll come up and buy them. Now, that's the non-negotiable bug. Supposedly, they're going to get that fixed sometime soon. I hope so, because right now, it's impossible to sell your high-end cars if you want to make money off of them. And frankly, this is where the money is these high-end cars like the Igris and the Thunder X and the Ascend and the 800C, the Ascend L. Those and the Outrider too, for that matter. If you end up selling them, you're going to end up making more money. Oh, and the Summit, of course. The Summit is a very profitable truck. And this is what it looks like right there. This is my personal vehicle. I use it for towing on the lot. But you can see right here, I've got all my high-priced cars out here on the lot. The Cavalier is probably the most expensive out of all of them, along with the Journey. Everything else is probably below $20,000 to $30,000. The Cortega, the Voyager, the Gale, the P3 cargo van is a little bit more expensive, so that's not bad. But anyway, that's what the non-negotiable bug is. It right now, it's just not possible for us to sell anything that is expensive where you want to make all your money. Alright, let's head out to the junkyard. Okay, we're here at the junkyard, and I got my trusty 700. I love this car. This is the car that I drive all over the place. It's not the most expensive, but it's also one of the nicest looking. Alright, now, this is the part, the difference between scrapping and the crushing. This is the scrap yard, right? This is the scrap booth right here. What you do, if you want to scrap your car, you'll get a little bit of money for it, but when you're in your garage, have your mechanic take off every single part so that you can refurbish them. That's what a lot of people early on, if you can't afford to buy parts, but you have a refurbished machine, all you have to do is take the parts off, put them in the inventory so that they can be refurbished. When you do that, tow the empty carcass back here and put it in to this slot, and it will be marked red and green so that you get it right. Once you get it in there, there is, it's on the other side, a button right there, this handle right there. You pull that down and you'll hear the and it'll crush your car, and it'll give you some money for it. It's not very much. I think the last one I did is I scrapped a Vanguard and only got something like $1,200 from it. So really, it's not worth it all that much. It is when early on, if you're building trying to get enough for parts and stuff like that, and you can't really afford it. But later on, when you're making millions, it's worthless to do it. Just fix it up, and you can either turn it into a trophy over here, or you can just go ahead and just fix it up and sell it. Put the car right here. Once again, it'll be the red and green. Once you do that, hit this button right here. This one will tell you the four levels: common, silver, gold, and diamond. In order to advance, you have to crush 10 cars of the same model. Like right now, I've got the Thunders that I'm crushing, the ones that look like the old Camaros GTO mashup. What you do is you put the car on there, run 10 through there, you'll get 10 trophies. They'll spit out over here. Hit E and then R to store it in your inventory. Once you do that and you get 10 of them, you can advance to the silver level. The silver level requires 25 of the same model before you can get gold. Once you do that, though, for each level, like the silver, you're going to get a special color that you can use in your paint booth. For silver, it's a lunar silver. And it's sort of like got like swirly lines all over it and stuff like that to distinguish it from the regular silver paint colors. And that's how you advance. I haven't seen gold yet. I'm only on the silver level for the Thunders. But this is a very expensive proposition. You have to get the car to 100% running and looks. That's not cheap. You're spending money for your parts, and you're bringing it over here and spending $10,000 just to get a common trophy before you can, just to even get the trophy. And after that, it's worth nothing except putting it inside your case. For silver, you're spending $25,000 to convert a car into a silver trophy. So honestly, it's just not worth it. All right, that should about cover it. We haven't heard anything yet about when the non-negotiable bug is going to be fixed. Hopefully it'll be sometime early enough this week so that people can start selling their cars. All right, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.